All right, team. Matt here from the PT Profit Leverage and Lifestyle Show. Hopefully, you're actually watching the video because we've actually got a brand new little studio. And hopefully, you can tell the audio quality is a lot better as well. We've got the Rodecaster Pro. I've actually hired out this. I'll get close to the microphone so you guys can hear me. I've actually hired out a spot in the library, believe it or not, which is pretty cool. They do this for free. They've got a little podcast studio, which is friggin' epic. So yeah, I've just hired out this place for the next couple of hours. I'm going to do a few episodes here. Um, so yeah, I'm hopeful you guys can hear the better audio quality than what we're currently used to. I've just got a little cheap microphone that I've got at home that we use, which is still pretty good. But I can hear in the I've got my big microphone earpiece thing on. So I've also got if you can imagine like a little DJ set beside me controlling like the audio. I've got that right beside me as well. So super excited. If you can tell by how much I'm smiling right now. Even just I'll just rub my hands together. That's how good the audio picks it up. I'll have to get one from home to be honest, or one for home. But we're on episode 95 today, team. So I'm super pumped. We're closing in very fast on 100 episodes, which I'm super pumped about. I didn't really think I would get this far, to be honest. And one thing that we're looking to improve even more on is more long form content, some like stuff like this, but in just for YouTube, for example, like more how to videos. And the podcast, I think, is going to turn into more like what my opinion is rather than some how to. So this episode is going to be around DMs. Which is going to be super juicy for you guys. I'm going to go through like the 5-step formula that we use to get clients in the DMs. So I'm just going to give you guys some context on that. But in terms of updates from me, I actually did something pretty good that I think, which is not really a good thing to do at times, but I actually just kicked out a bunch of people in our program because they were really annoying and they just weren't putting in any work. So yeah, I'm all for helping people, but if you're not going to put in any work and then you're just going to complain about the results, then it's not fair on everyone else that's actually putting in the work and getting the results. And same with health and fitness. You guys are probably going to have clients that sign up and say they want to do all this stuff, but they never do anything. And I'm in a pretty privileged position that I don't need to have these clients. I can just kick them out, and just save my energy for people that are actually doing really good. So some of the results that we got from previous month, I shared it on my socials the other day, but just a handful of people that ring a bell. One of my clients has gone from 3K a month to just about to hit 9K a month, and she'll hit 10K a month this month. One of my clients started at what did he start at? $600 a week. Now he's almost at $4,000 a week. Another client of ours started at 8K. Now he's at 13K a month. Another client of ours started at 3K a month. Now he's at 13K a month. And it's just really cool to see. So I'm living for all the results that we get for our clients. So I'm super pumped. Let's get into today's episode. We're going to go through the 5 steps to crush it in the DM. So just for context, DMs are mainly for online trainers. If you're a face-to-face trainer, you don't necessarily need to be doing too much in the DMs, or you don't really need to be doing too much on social media to begin with. It definitely does help though. Like when I was doing face-to-face, I was still getting clients online, but it's not a requirement as such. Okay. In the online space, you need to be in the DMs. Okay. Now, the argument for this is I want to do paid advertising instead of DMs. You need to be doing both, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. You take it or leave it. Both strategies work. Some people do 90% ads, 10% DMs, but you're still going to have conversations in the DMs. But there's also clients of ours, and even myself included, before I was doing ads, that were signing clients every single month just from organic. Organic meaning you're not paying for advertising. It's just purely in the DMs. So I'm going to put this microphone here so you can see a bit better. both of them work. I'm just going to go through the DM stuff today. So I'm only going to give you like a small portion, but this is going to help you close more people in the DMs. So who is this for? People who already have a proven method that that already has clients, already has some social proof. You might be getting some inbound inquiries or inbound DMs or story replies, comments. It's not for people who don't have any traffic or you're starting from scratch or you don't have an audience or any proof that your product or service actually works. Okay. We're going to go through like how to turn DMs into actual clients. So it's a 5-step flow. So let's get into it. So the first one is connect, then qualify, then agitate, then bridge, then invite. So let me go through it step by step. And I'm going to give you some examples during this podcast as well. So step one is connect. So the purpose of this is to start with being a human. So as an example, you could say, "Hey John, appreciate the follow. Are you here for the content or a transformation?" It's a simple this or that response. If you want to be super, super, or if you want to improve your response rate, be even more personable. So check out their profile and find something about their profile and actually talk about something that they're already posting about. The reason why you want to do this is because if people, or if you think about it, like people will post about their values. And when people post about their values, it means that they're passionate about that. So if you talk about something that they're passionate about, they're more than likely going to respond to that or respond to that message or comment. Okay. Now, if you want to do more, like if you're getting a lot of volume and new followers, for example, you might do like a little automated message, which is, I appreciate the follow. You're here for the content or the transformation. Now, one thing you can do if you want, you can actually completely automate this task if you want every single new follower to get that same message, or you can do what we do, or we do both actually. I have an automation, but I've also got a VA that does manual messages as well. So she actually checks out the profile, makes sure they're actually the right person, and then she sends a message to them. So let's go through the next one, which is qualify, which is finding the goal. So if you had your dream body in 12 months, what would that look and feel like? Now, obviously, there's a few other questions going back and forth from the connect stage before you're going to ask the qualifying questions around what their goals are to see if you can actually help them. Okay, so you're not going to be able to help everyone. Just be okay with that. It's the reality. So as an online coach, the quickest way to fail as an online coach is try and help everyone. So just be super clear on your niche. If you can't help them, don't try and sell to them, okay? Agitate is next, which is creating urgency. So it's like, what happens if nothing changes? How long have you felt like this for? How long has this been happening in your world that you still haven't got the result? Okay. Then you got the bridge, which is showing authority. Example of this is let's just say they've said they're struggling to lose weight. Cool. That's exactly what I help with. We help people lose 10 kilos in 10 weeks guaranteed. That's the bridge. So you're basically showing them that you help people with this every single day, essentially. And then you have the invite. So, I help people lose 10 kilos in 10 weeks with our client success formula, whatever that is. And then the bridge could be, have you ever thought about getting some help with losing the weight? And if they say yes, cool. Let's jump on a quick 10, 15 minute health assessment. We'll identify what the roadblocks are, and then we'll see if we can help. And that's the 5 steps. So it's super easy. So connect, qualify, agitate, bridge, and invite. What I might do, and there's a few other things as well you can do with this, is like in terms of objection handling. People are going to give you objections through the DMs as well. It's exactly the same framework when you're doing objection handling face to face. And if you don't know our training on this, there's a separate podcast episode on objection handling: acknowledge, isolate, educate, and overcome. So I'm not going to go through that one today. We've already done a podcast episode on that. If you don't know what that means or you want more information, go to the objection handling podcast episode, which, to be fair, was probably one of the earlier ones, probably in the first 10 episodes, to be honest. So we've come a long way since that episode in terms of the production. But you got to start somewhere. Now let's get a live example, and I actually got this one prepared. Let me just find the document for us. All right, so I'm going to go through a live example of what a good kind of DM could look like. So you're going to be like, this is the stage one that connects. Hey Sarah, thanks so much for the follow. Out of curiosity, are you here for the content or a transformation? Sarah says, hey, haha, probably a bit of both. Trying to get back into shape after a busy few years. I'm going to say, totally get that. Life gets hectic, especially when you're juggling work and everything else. Are you currently training at the moment or just thinking about getting yourself started again? Sarah's going to go, I've been going to the gym here and there, but not really consistently. So now we're going to go into the qualifier stages. And if you actually want this little document that I've got a DM script examples. Just send me a message and say, can you send me through the DM script and I'll happily send it to you. So stage 2 is qualify. So you're going to say, gotcha, that's honestly where most people start. When you say you've been going inconsistently, what's the main goal for you right now? Lose some weight, get stronger, or feel better overall? Sarah's going to say, mainly to lose weight and feel more confident again. I've probably got about 8 to 10 kilos to lose. I'm going to say, awesome, that's super clear. What's making you want to actually get on top of this right now versus just putting it off like you were before? This is creating the urgency. Sarah says, honestly, I'm just tired of feeling uncomfortable in my clothes. I keep saying I'll start Monday and it never happens. Now we're going to agitate. I totally get that start Monday mentality. It can go on for months or even years. The hard truth is the longer it drags on, the tougher it gets to build momentum again. If you did manage to drop that 8 to 10 kilos and feel confident again, what kind of difference would that make for you day to day? Sarah's going to say, oh, wow, honestly, it would change a lot. I'd probably stop avoiding social things and actually feel good about myself again. I think a lot of people would relate to this. So I'm going to go, love that. And the best part, you don't have to live in the gym or give up everything you enjoy to get there. It's just about having structure, accountability, and a clear plan that fits your schedule. Now we're going to go into the bridge. So basically, I'm going to say, like, that's exactly what I help people with inside our hybrid transformation program. It's designed for busy professionals who want to drop 5 to 10 kilos, get stronger, and actually keep the results long term. Sarah says, that sounds exactly what I need. Ah, what a coincidence. Step 5 is invite. Perfect. The next best step is to book in a quick 15-minute strategy call with me. No pressure. It's just to see if we're the right fit, what's holding you back, and or if the program would actually work for you. Does tomorrow or the next day work better for you for a quick chat? And then you just book in from there. So that's a bit of an example of the scripts that you can do to close more people in the DM. So that's the 5-step process. Make sure you try this in your DMs. But remember, DMs are a volume game. So don't just send 5 DMs and expect people to just pay for your services. Okay. Make sure you have a set process that you do, and you also have follow-ups as well. The biggest thing about DMs is people will get busy, so they forget to reply. Make sure you got a 24-hour follow-up and a 72-hour follow-up as well. And that's pretty much it for this episode, team. Hope you enjoyed it. Give me some feedback on the quality of the audio. And also, I know you don't really have a visual. It's just a green screen behind me, which is probably better than what it was before anyway. It was just kind of random stuff. But yeah, let us know the feedback. And I will see you in the next episode. Have an awesome day.